It's harder to get a federal government job if you do not have a special hiring path. Veterans, disabled, current government employees, they all have their own path. And if you just have a U.S. citizenship, you're on the outside looking in. You can only apply to open to the public jobs. But there's a better way, and that's by targeting the direct hire authority. Direct hire can mean that preferences do not matter. You will be evaluated on your merit and your actual qualifications. The entire hiring process can move quicker. So where are these? What agencies have the most direct hire? These are the top 5. Number 1, Department of Defense, over 1,000 direct hire jobs. This is no big surprise. The Department of Defense is the largest agency in the federal government, not just in this country, across the world. Spain, Italy, Japan, all these countries, they have DoD jobs. It's kind of like the Department of State in that regard, except it's a lot bigger. Number 2, Department of Army, over 500 direct hire jobs. This is under the Department of Defense, but if you look on usajobs.gov, it has its own section. It is its own entity, so you can select it. And there are so many jobs in here because look at how many military bases that we have across the world. We have something like 750 military bases, and within those bases there is a need, a requirement for a civilian workforce to help support. That's one of the reasons. Number 3 is Health and Human Services with 397 direct hire jobs. This agency, a lot smaller, 80,000 employees give or take, but there are over a dozen sub-agencies like the FDA, the CDC, and many others. The direct hire jobs in this agency, they tend to be more technical, a little bit more scientific. There are data scientists, engineers, chemists. All right, so number 4 is Department of Veteran Affairs with over 300 direct hire jobs. When it comes to the largest federal agencies in the government, this is number 3. It's right behind the post office. It has 400,000 employees. This is one of those agencies that exist all over. Just like the DoD, you have military bases all over. Well, you have VA clinics, VA locations, facilities all over the country. There's something like close to 2,000 different VA locations that you could potentially work in across the country. And it's not just medical. They need all kinds of people. They need administrative people. They need clerical people. Okay, so if you want to do your own independent search to find where are the direct hire jobs, you should do that. Let's jump on usajobs.gov. Type in your city or zip code and then type in the search bar, direct hire. Click search and start scrolling through those job announcements. Now let's take a look at what jobs have the most direct hire opportunities. Number 5 is 0083 Police. This one a lot of times offers a bonus. I've seen bonuses for sign-on, for recruitment bonus, $10, $15, up to $20,000. Now, of course, this is taxed, but if you are a seasoned or experienced law enforcement officer, you could qualify for some of this money. Now, this is very rarely targeted at recruits, but you have to do your search and see, is this a career that you want to get into? Number 4 is 0401 Natural Resource Management. This job series includes biologists and natural resource management type people. So you need to have a hard degree to get in here, a hard science degree that's directly relevant. This is kind of an anomaly. This is not typical with federal government jobs, but if you want to find a home in the 0400 series, you will need a science degree. As a basic requirement, that 4-year degree with no experience in this job series would put you at a GS5. Now, a lot of these positions have that promotional ladder, so there's plenty of room for advancement. Number 3 is 2210 Information Technology. This is a big one, and it can mean a lot of things. It can mean IT specialist, help desk, cybersecurity, software developer, information security. It can mean any of those things, so you have to read the job announcement. But the good news is with 2210, you can find bonuses attached. Now, they're contingent on a service agreement, meaning that you have to commit so many years, and the more years you commit, the bigger the bonus could potentially be. I've seen 40,000, 50,000 bonuses attached to a 2210 job offer, especially in the Department of Defense. Number 2 is 0801 General Engineering. There are a lot of different engineering fields within the government. You can find electrical, you can find mechanical, chemical, all of those exist. The one commonality that all of these positions will have, you need to have your engineering degree ABET certified, ABET accredited. And a lot of these will even say they want you to have the professional engineering license accredited through your state. Number 1 is the 0600 series, medical officers and nurses. There has been plenty of burnout with the 0600 series, and this is especially true in the Veteran Affairs, the Health and Human Services. There will always be a demand, a need, and their pay scale, they can go above GS. The VA typically categorizes a lot of their nurses in the VM pay scale. This means over $200,000 a year. That's the possibility. That's what could be. And if you're a doctor, it can even go up to past $300,000 a year. So if you are a medical professional, you should at least get on usajobs.gov and see if those opportunities are there for you. Now, there used to be something called urgent hire list. That doesn't exist anymore. They changed it. Now it's called Mission Critical Career Field. If you look on there, click the tab, you'll see different job categories that the government considers critical. STEM is one of the biggest ones. Searching for direct hire jobs, that should be one component of your job searching campaign. Maybe you're eligible for other paths. If you're in the government, not competitive, maybe you're in the accepted service, check the accepted service box on usajobs.gov. If you're a veteran, check that box. Whatever box you're checking, make sure you have the proper supporting documentation or you're not going to be given the credit. There's even people that currently have a disability, they have no idea. They have no idea that they can get a Schedule A letter for the disability that they currently have. This includes veterans. If you have a VA disability letter, that can help you get a Schedule A letter. Remember, if you're qualified, you have the necessary experience that matches up with some of these jobs, you can definitely get a government job. But the main barrier is and will always be your resume. Is it written in a compelling fashion? Does it do your experience justice? Is it strong and relevant? If it's not, it doesn't matter your background or your experience because you will be rejected over and over again. So it's incredibly important that you get that part right. If you are interested in federal government jobs, you should know the hiring process from the beginning to the end, from when you apply, get referred, the interview, the negotiation, and the final job offer. If you're interested in that, then I want you to watch this video next. If you would like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.